Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Time Reacts. And guys, we have to get into this story. Brian Thompson, who was the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, has been gunned down in Manhattan shooting. So let's listen in.
News. This is a live shot there in Manhattan, New York, after this deadly shooting of CEO of UnitedHealthcare that was shot and killed earlier today, Brian Thompson. He was shot and killed this morning, early this morning, as he was making his way to UnitedHealthcare's annual meeting of investors. Of course, that has since been canceled, but police, they really need everybody's attention and help in finding the suspect. There's a $10,000 reward being offered right now for the shooting suspect. NYPD has released surveillance photos taken of the suspect in Midtown Manhattan. He was dressed in all black with a hooded sweatshirt, hiding his face, pointing a gun in front of the hotel, and then fleeing on a bicycle. The suspect wearing a light-colored backpack. And again, Crime Stoppers offering a $10,000 cash reward for information leading to the apprehension of this suspect in the death of Brian Thompson. The hotel where this happened, they have also released a statement, and they write this, quote, "We are deeply saddened by this morning's events in the area, and our thoughts are with the affected by this tragedy. Additional questions should be directed to the NYPD." And the New York Hilton Midtown general manager also, we should know, told CNN that Thompson was not a registered guest at the hotel. So maybe that's where their conference and their meeting was being held today. Maybe he was just passing by for coffee. We don't know. We are just moments away from getting an update.
So guys, this is terrible. This is terrible. Now, they were saying that they talked to Brian's wife, and they said that she said that there were people that were threatening him. And I don't know. I just think that people that are in those high positions like CEOs and stuff, I think that they should always have security with them, especially when you have hot-headed people. Now, they saying that the suspect was a light-skinned male. So this was and I'm thinking that maybe he got angry and he got mad because of the insurance. He wasn't getting his insurance. And a lot of those people let me tell you something. A lot of people are full of crap, y'all. They really are. A lot of these people, the only reason they want some kind of health care is so they can get high off of the drugs. Let's just be honest. Remember all those, remember when we had that opiate crisis and they were finding people unalived in their car because they were doing the Uggs? Yeah. So that's what this is looking like to me. Now, they said that it was targeted. They said that the suspect lied in wait for him. He waited. He planned. This was premeditated. It was a target hit. He planned this. He waited for Brian to come on out, and then that's when he did what he did. Now, there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, they're not going to catch him. He's long gone." No, they're definitely going to catch him. When they have all this surveillance and stuff, they're definitely going to catch him. But one thing that I was kind of taken back about was I was watching another content creator that does a lot of commentary, and in his he was talking about this case, and in his comment section, people weren't even sending any kind of condolences. It was just all about, oh, well, they need to give us more health care. They need to give us this. They need to give us. Shut up. What are you talking about? Somebody's life has been taken, and that's the first thing that can come to your mind is about you. It's like some people are just so selfish. They don't have any kind of empathy for this man. This man had a family. They don't have any kind of empathy for him. The first thing you're going to say after a CEO is unalive is, oh, the healthcare system is this. Oh, the healthcare system is that. Oh, I need healthcare. They don't do enough. They don't do enough. Man, sometimes it's all about people. Some people are just so greedy. They just, all they think about is themselves. And then they wonder why they're in the predicament they are now, that they can't have healthcare. Do you guys actually know that if you actually eat better and you actually eat better food and take better care of yourself, you won't need to go to the hospital all the time. Y'all ever heard that saying, one apple a day keeps the doctor away? That's a true statement. That means if you're actually taking care of yourself and you're drinking water and you're eating vegetables and you're doing what you need to be doing, you won't always have to go to the hospital all sick and stuff. Yes, sometimes you do need a checkup. Okay, yes. But the majority of us, we're only in the hospital because of bad eating habits. And we're not taking care of ourselves. So this whole situation right here, guys, it's sad. It's sad that this man was targeted. That dude or the suspect or whatever, he waited. He lied and waited for this guy. This was premeditated. Now, how can you be that angry and that mad at somebody because you're not getting health insurance? You're not getting the kind of health insurance you think that you need to get enough Uggs? Because looking at the suspects, it looks like a person that all he wants is Uggs. He wants Uggs so he can get high, so he can stay high off of drugs. That's what it looked like to me, just looking at how he was dressed. He didn't have no car. He was on an e-bike. That tells a lot right there. You don't even have no car.
As individuals are making their way closer to the podium, officials are going to give us an update on the death of the CEO. Let's go in.
Based on the surveillance we've seen on this individual, do you feel like he's professional? You mentioned that he's been filling his spell. Do you feel like this was a professional individual who took his life? And also, will it affect in any way tree life tonight?
I'll answer the part about whether or not he's a professional. That, you know, we have no way of knowing that. From watching the video, it does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly. But as far as the tree lighting, I'll leave that to Chief Magic.
Yes. Good morning, Dean. Just really quick.
So basically, that was it, guys. This man is just coming up talking about they're still going to do the tree lighting for that night. This is terrible. This whole situation is terrible. I send my thoughts and prayers out to his family and his friends, because this has to be hard, especially, I don't know if he had kids. I know he had a wife. He was married. So this has to be very hard for her. I just want to send my condolences to his family again and his friends. And we have to find it. Hopefully they can find this guy ASAP, because he needs to be off the street doing stuff like this. If you have a hot head like this, like, come on. Like, come on. It couldn't have been this serious for you to take somebody's life over some freaking healthcare insurance. Like, this is ridiculous. And we knew this was going to happen, guys. A lot of people said people were going to start flipping when they ain't get their way. So, guys, please like and subscribe my channel. Hit that bell notification so you won't miss another video from me. And also, hit me down in the comment section about this. What do you guys think happened? Do you guys think that dude was mad about some kind of health insurance? Because he did unalive the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. Do y'all think, are y'all going to play that look? Because people are already throwing out the mental illness, and I ain't even going for that. I'm so tired of people using that every time somebody unalives somebody. Oh, he had mental illness. Just because somebody unalives somebody don't mean they had mental illness. Some people, like I said, some people are just crazy and deranged. So, guys, I'll see you guys in another one. Have a blessed night.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. In Midtown Manhattan early this morning, 50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was shot and killed in what appears, at this early stage of our investigation, to be a brazen, targeted attack. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. The suspect fled, first on foot, then on an e-bike, and was last seen in Central Park on Center Drive early this morning. The victim was removed to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced. We've been in touch with his family, his friends, and his colleagues, and they are very much in our thoughts and prayers at this hour. The full investigative efforts of the New York City Police Department are well underway, and we will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case. The women and men of the NYPD take enormous pride in the work that they do each day and each night to drive down crime and violence in our city. Right now, we are asking the public for your help. If you have any information about this case, call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. We have increased the reward in this case to $10,000. I want to be clear. At this time, every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Millions of people will be enjoying the tree lighting tonight, among other holiday events, and the NYPD will be out there with them, keeping them safe. For some preliminary details about today's
let me tell y'all something. I wouldn't go. I don't think I would even have. I wouldn't have the mindset to even go to see no Christmas tree light up at all after hearing about somebody being taken out like this. I couldn't do it. But yeah, this was terrible. This was terrible. Now the person that did it, I'm sorry for you, but you ain't never getting out. Once they catch you, you're getting life. You're getting life. You ain't getting no possibility of anything but the possibility of you dying in that cell and them coming to get you and take you out. And calling your family to see where they gonna have your service at, because this was just wrong. Let me tell y'all something. If we had people that this angry, that can get this angry and mad over some health insurance, like that's why I told y'all, man. I told y'all we don't have enough mental health facilities. It should be one on every freaking block. And I'm sorry, parents, but it's you too. You're the corporate for most of this. Now, I know y'all gonna say, but sometimes you can tell your kid to do the best that you can, and they won't do that. Yeah, that is true. But most of these kids that's doing this whacked out stuff, they don't have any type of guidance. And we already know that. Majority of them, they don't have no type of guidance at home. Their parents don't give a crap about them. It's just a whole mess. But this whole situation is bad. It's bad, and it's so sad. I was so hurt. And I don't even know this man. Seriously, y'all, I don't know him. But when I heard about it, I was so hurt. I was so hurt for him and his family. I was so hurt. I would never want to see that happen to anybody. And the person that did it, man, you just gotta be a devilish person to do something like that to somebody. Like, what's wrong with your brain? Like, they need to really start doing research and looking these people's brains and find. I think they did do some research on serial killers. I have to watch that again. I don't even think that I watched it, but I think they did a documentary where they were studying and they were saying there's certain kind of traits that these people possess, that like evil people possess.
Incident, I pass it over to our Chief of Detectives, Chief Joe Kenny.
Thank you, Commissioner. The information I'm about to give you is preliminary, as our investigation is continuing. This morning at 6:46 a.m., patrol officers from Midtown North Precinct responded to a 911 call of a person shot in front of the Hilton Hotel located at 1335 Avenue of the Americas. This is between West 53rd Street and West 54th Street. At 6:48 a.m., officers arrive and find the victim, Brian R. Thompson, a 50-year-old male, on the sidewalk in front of the Hilton with gunshot wounds to his back and leg. Mr. Thompson was removed by EMS to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 7:12 a.m. Mr. Thompson is the CEO of UnitedHealthcare and resides in Minnesota. Detectives from Night Watch, Midtown North Detective Squad, and Manhattan South Homicide responded to the scene and began their investigation. What we know is that the shooter arrived at the location on foot about 5 minutes prior to the victim's arrival. He stands alongside the building line as numerous other people and pedestrians pass him by. From video, we see at 6:44 a.m., the victim is walking alone towards the Hilton after exiting his hotel across the street. We believe the victim was headed to the Hilton Hotel to attend the United Health Group Investors Conference that was scheduled to start at 8 a.m.
So he was from Minnesota, guys. He was from Minnesota. And he came to New York for this conference. And then he's gunned down like this. He didn't even know anybody was behind him. Because the gunman came behind him. So he didn't even know. He didn't even know. He was just unaware. But these type of people, they're all around us. That's the real scary part, guys. Is that we have a lot of these people, they're all around us. And you just never know when they're gonna snap. You just never know when they're gonna do this terrible stuff. People are always saying, where is all this coming from? It's always been around us, guys. These type of people have always been around us. They just haven't got to their breaking point where they snap. I hope that, man, if anybody knows something, please come forward. I hope that somebody says something. If somebody knows anything, please come forward, because we definitely need to get this corporate, this hitman off the street.
The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. The shooter steps onto the sidewalk from behind the car. He ignores numerous other pedestrians, approaches the victim from behind, and shoots him in the back. The shooter then walks toward the victim and continues to shoot. It appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and begins to fire again. The shooter then flees on foot northbound into an alleyway between 54th.
So they say he was only hit in the back and the leg. So the shooter, he definitely ain't no good shooter. If you sitting there firing at somebody, you only hit them 2 times. Yeah, guys, this is what I think this is. This is a broke, busted, disgusted, dusty. They couldn't get his way, couldn't get no medication because he wanted to get high. And he got mad at this man because maybe he was trying to get health care, some kind of health care, so he could get these drugs and get high. And maybe he denied them. Maybe Brian denied them because he didn't have all his information, or he just didn't qualify. Sometimes you don't qualify for some of those benefits and those plans. Sometimes you don't qualify for it. So maybe he got angry, he got mad, and that's when he schemed up this plan to sit there and wait for the dude. And he had to have been stalking this man too. Like, they need to look into Brian's social medias and stuff, and this dude's information, and look into his phone and his social medias, because he had to have been following him so he would know. Because how would he know where he was at, y'all? How would he know what he was going to this conference if he wasn't stalking the dude? He was probably following him on social media.
At 55th Street. Once at West 55th Street, the shooter continues to walk westbound on Avenue of the Americas, where he gets onto an electric E-City bike and rides northbound on the Avenue Americas towards Central Park, where at 6:48 a.m. we have the shooter riding this bike into Central Park at Center Drive. At the scene, we recover 3 live 9mm rounds and 3 discharged 9mm shell casings. The motive for this murder currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted. But at this point, we do not know why. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. We're seeking information from the public to help identify the shooter. As the commissioner said, we have upped the reward up to $10,000 for information. You're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. All information will be kept anonymous. Thank you very much.
All right, well, we're going to open up to a couple of questions. We're going to start off with Shimon, CNN.
So it's about an hour and 20 minutes before the start of the conference. Is there any indication that he was going to meet someone? Because it's pretty early. Is he on his way to meet someone there at the conference?
He leaves the hotel dressed like he's going to be attending the conference. We're working with his co-workers and other people that he planned on attending the conference with to get that information. But as of right now, he's in charge of the conference, so we believe he was getting there to help set up.
And just the city bike, if I may. Do we know where that city bike is now? Does he dock it or does he keep riding it?
We're still tracking video. The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Is there a way to track that bike?
So they're saying that the last time they seen a shooter, he was in Central Park. And I told y'all that's why Central Park is so dangerous. They said Central Park is very dangerous at night. Now, this didn't happen at night. This happened in the morning time. But he was over there in the park by Central Park. They said he was over there. Now what they have to do is they have to find out about the e-bike. Who rented the e-bike? Because can you use fake names and stuff to rent e-bikes? I don't think so. And when you're looking at people, if you say, oh, you need your ID, if you're looking at people's ID, you have to actually look at the ID and make sure that it's that person. You can't just quickly look at the ID and like, oh, okay, it's you. Because sometimes people do come in with fake IDs and they hoping they're going to get somebody to do the quick look and then look back.
Yes, is on those bikes. We'll be working with the company.
We're going to move over to AJ Berkey.
Thank you. Chief, were any words exchanged? If so, what were the words? I'm told a cell phone was recovered in an alleyway on his escape route. Does that appear to be connected to the suspect?
We're working through that cell phone. Obviously, we'll be processing it forensically. And as far as words being exchanged, we do not have audio of the incident. We only have the regular video.
Nothing from witnesses.
Nothing for well. There's one witness standing right next to the victim when he was shot. We're still trying to identify that victim. Excuse me, that witness.
We go over to Aaron Katursky.
Thank you. Chief, was he checked into the hotel across the street alone? Was he in the city alone? Was he accompanied by anybody? Did he have any known enemies or anyone that you've been able to find so far?
Like I said, we're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota, and we're also interviewing his co-workers and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past. As far as who is he...
I already read an article, and his wife did say that he was being threatened by some people. His wife did say that. So, and this is crazy, because if this is all about health care, half of y'all, if they're saying a light skinned male. Now I know a lot of y'all like, well, that could have been it. No, it ain't no white man, because when they said they would have said white male. They would have said white male. So it definitely wasn't no white male. So let's just stop playing games. Stop playing games like that, talking about, oh, well, it could. No. He said it was a light-skinned male. And usually when they say light-skinned male, it's a light-skinned black man. Now, if it comes back to it's an Indian or something like that, then I change it up or something like that. But other than that, yeah, I'm sticking with it's a black dude, because usually when they say light skinned male, that's what it means.
Hotel with. We're doing a search warrant in his hotel room right now. That might lead us, give some more information.
We're going over to Dean Moses.